Hello, this is Manesh Patel at IMTF Trade. Today is September 22, 2019. We're going to give you a weekly market update. It's been a while since we've given the market update. Reason why is market's kind of slowly been going up and kind of consolidating. But anyways, let's go through everything. Before we begin, let's go for our normal disclaimer. It's over here to state this is for education use only. We're not soliciting you buy or selling a particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing it at your own risk. All our information is owned by EII Capital Group, cannot be distributed or copied without our permission. We are broker and charting neutral, so we support all the charting platforms out there. Okay, so let's get to the main chart. As you guys know from our market updates, we typically look at the E-mini sp500 futures and then the VIX to kind of sit there and see exactly where the markets are at. Right now, we kind of zoomed in to the daily time frame for the E-mini sp500 futures. Reason why is to kind of get a low-level view of what's going on. You could see this resistance here basically at 3,018.25, and that's been holding there very, very well. The key thing is that here, this support right here held. Once that held, this market kind of took off with vengeance. And what's the interesting thing is basically once we broke this resistance here, we basically took off in a very, very fast time. And one of the critical reasons why is you can see these multiple time frame crosses here. And that's one of the reasons why we broke out a consolidation pattern when we did. Because with this bar right here, which broke that resistance right there, had a multiple time frame cross. You could see a line of them happening, which you typically don't get. Now, the interesting part is that, yes, we have stopped at this resistance, but the question is, are we going to sit there and break it and go up, or are we going to sit there and break the support and go down? So we got a very critical support if you look at it right about here, which is these two multiple time frame crosses right there. So you have a little consolidation pattern that's been happening for about a week, week and a half. That's basically between 29.8875 and 30.1825. So that's the consolidation pattern you have. Right now, the probabilities are still high for price, believe it or not, to break out of here, but we have to wait and see exactly what's going on, okay? And let's sit there and quickly look at the 4-hour here and kind of see if we can see what's going on here and see which way it's going to look like it's going to break. You could see here how well that's a support here. You could see here that was a resistance right there. So it can't sit there and get below this thick cloud right now easily. So right now it looks like it may consolidate, and then once it gets this area here, anything can happen because this cloud's very thin. It could break out bullish or it could go down bearish. I think at that point you just sit there and wait for a shaded area to kind of indicate which way it's going. Okay, let's go look at the VIX product. Here's a VIX. Remember, the VIX is inversely related to the stock market. So if the VIX goes up, markets goes down, and so forth. We marked out the support here and the major resistance here, which is on a weekly time frame here for this chart. Here is the resistance here. It's a little off from what we normally have, and because reason why that's been holding here. So if you look at it here, we bounced off there, came to the support here, kind of held it for a little while, but really didn't sit there and follow through and come back up here, and then broke it 3 weeks ago, and it slowly will look like we're trying to get back to the support here, which is pretty much retesting the highs and breaking the highs and so forth. Okay, so right now you're just kind of hovering between these two levels here. You really have no indication which way this market's going to go at all. So right now, my key thing is that the markets are consolidating more towards the high probability of being bullish, but you have to kind of wait for a confirmation which you need to get. So I would look for some really good high probability bullish trades and bearish trades on the 240, stick to breakouts and see which ones trigger, and when they start triggering, you're going to know which way the markets are going to go. If you have any questions, you could email us at info@eiicapital.com. Have a good day. Thank you.